have him tell us some stories.
Again,
we're going to get with Mr. Dave over here and have him tell us some stories. He worked here whenever it was the mill a long time ago, and he knows of a couple of accidents and stuff that's happened in here. Yep, and Mr. Mickey, he says that he feels things sometimes, and we're just going to check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And I spent too much time in the bathroom, so they went ahead and started the investigation without me. So, all right, looks like Mickey's got to finish up. We'll talk with Dave, and then we'll try to talk to some spirits. Yeah. Communicate, right?
King of wood holding is inside the wood. I've heard that before.
That was actually a theory that we were working on a while back, was that natural materials like wood, they are porous, they're organic, and I think that they would absorb that kind of residual energy from a haunting, and that I think that's why when people start renovating houses and activity picks up,
bringing it back up,
because they're stirring up that organic energy that's been embedded in the actual house itself.
That's just over my head, and a lot of other people are saying too. I've never thought about that.
Oh, yeah.
I had no choice.
Actually, we'll sit there and have a conversation where that's what we talk about.
Right.
We try to rationalize and understand on a real physical plane on how this stuff could be possible. And when you talk about residual hauntings, where people see someone do the same thing
Over and over.
They'll come out and
like a movie clip,
vanish, and they do that over and over and over. That could be replaying a moment that happened, like right before that person was killed, and the house kind of absorbed that energy. And that's kind of what I think, that's where it is when they start doing this sawing and cutting and hammering and tearing up. It's either if it's an intelligent haunt, it upsets the spirits and they'll come out. If it's a residual haunt, then there's no actual spirit still existing there.
It's just a memory.
It's a memory, an echo that you stirred up with all your work, and it'll play out, and eventually I think that energy will fade and it'll die away.
I think of it like a video tape recorder. You know, I mean, I know that a lot of people today haven't even seen like a VHS thing. But
Right.
You know, where it's recorded and it keeps on a loop, and basically every day. There's a house near Gettysburg where there's at 3 o'clock in the morning every single night practically. There's a big cannon that sounds at like 3 in the morning.
Really?
And it's like clockwork practically.
Wow.
And, you know, but it's on a loop.
Yeah.
And so it's well known about.
Documented, and I'd like to check that out. So, now, do you think that like residual energies and stuff can be manifested through our memories of others, or do you think that's
interesting question?
I always wondered maybe.
I hadn't thought about that, but I do know that I do have several people that have had experiences with people that recently passed away, where they dreamed about that person. It was like they would have a conversation. My brother, when my dad passed away 22 years ago, my brother had about a week after he passed away, my brother had a dream. He was at a family reunion, like a big picnic, and my dad came and he spoke to him and
had a message for him.
And he talked to him because my brother had just gotten married. He had just graduated from college, so he had all this big stuff happen, and my dad missed out. Just barely.
Well, okay.
So he was able to talk to him about the things that had happened. But he said he felt like, you know, towards the end of the conversation, it was like, he said, well, I gotta go now, you know, and it was like a conversation, but it was like, you know, he only had a limited amount of time.
Right.
Right after my kid brother passed away, I had a dream a few days later, and he appeared to me in the dream, and ever since Iraq, I quit dreaming. I had nightmares for so long that I didn't sleep for several years, which is why I probably went crazy for a while. But eventually, I quit dreaming. I think my brain just couldn't take it anymore, and it shut that stuff off. And then I could finally sleep. And I still, to this day, like, we're 15 years into it, I still don't dream.
Wow.
I have little teeny snippets of dreams.
Right.
But one night, I had a full-fledged dream, and my little brother came to me. And when he was sitting there, he sat down next to me, and we were talking. I said, wait a minute, aren't you dead? And he lit a cigarette. Well, he had a cigarette, and he said, don't worry, I'm just fine. And he lit the cigarette, and as he drew in and then blew out, he turned into smoke and just was gone. Now, is that an actual spirit of my brother coming to me? Some people would say, yeah. Or is it my brain trying to rationalize the loss of my baby brother?
Right.
and trying to find some kind of closure on its own. Those are kind of answers we'll never find until we're on the other side.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they're just good for conversation.
But I like to think that there's a chance that, that there are.
I think we all want to.
Well, just a short story. Whenever my dad passed away, because I've, studied and read books and Sylvia Brown and Ruth Montgomery and other books and stuff. So I know a little bit about it. My brother, he's more of like a science guy. He wants to be a police officer. He's a security guard. So it's all about science to him. And he believes that whenever you die, it's like a light switch. You're just gone. You're out. There's nothing.
That's it.
So after my daddy passed away, my daddy came to him in his dream and talked to him. And I'm all devastated. But my daddy don't come to me. I think it's because he doesn't feel like I needed it as much as my brother did. Because I believe that he's in a better place. And I believe he's still with us. And my brother was like, nah. So my dad goes and communicates with him. And he's like, nah, Erica's fine.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me because I had already had, I'd already actually had my first baby. He was there and my first baby was born on my dad's birthday of all times, a year and a half before he died. But when he died, I don't believe there's a light switch thing, where you're gone.
Right.
Because
I want
eternal nothingness.
But when my dad passed away, he had been in a coma for 6 hours after having cancer for 9 months, liver cancer. And when he passed away, he actually opened his eyes after being in a six-hour coma. Okay, he opened his eyes. He smiled. Then then he lifted his body up off the pillow like he was sitting up. And then he was gone, and he popped back on the pillow, and he was gone.
Because his spirit was getting up, and his body stayed.
So it was like he was getting
departing.
up and going somewhere.
Now, the reason I have a problem with the light switch theory and that there's nothing afterward is I tend to think that the human imagination is the most powerful thing one of the most powerful things in the universe. Because whatever humans can dream, we can do. We've been to the moon. I don't care who's going to argue with me. We went.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can see it with a telescope.
I don't know. We're not going to open that up, though. That's
anyway. Try to imagine nothing.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Try to imagine not existing.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
It was like it was before we were born.
No.
You can't imagine nothing. So for me, I don't see how there is any way that there is nothing afterward.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had too many conversations with people, on the other side.
Yeah, you've had too many experiences that you know.
I've been pulled off the bed.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I was just saying from a philosophical.
You gotta see that yourself.
So, but I'm just saying, I've had a lot of experiences.
I saw her, we were in bed together, and something grabbed her leg and pulled it straight. And you could think, someone's gassing you, right? She's having one on me. And I grabbed her, and then she lifted, before I grabbed you, you lifted up off the bed.
Let me tell this one, because this one's my experience. Basically, it was it was like one of these nights I couldn't get my temperature acclimated, so I put my foot right off the edge of the bed. And we were just in that state where just about to go to sleep, almost asleep, but not quite. And all of a sudden I felt something grab my calf. Now we had actually a lot of paranormal activity in the apartment like within the week before, including an out-of-body voice, a growl that both of us heard. It was right behind my right shoulder, and I could actually feel the vibrations on my neck. Well, about a week after that happened, that actually happened twice. And I was laying there, and my foot was dangling off the edge of the bed, and I felt something grab it, started pulling me off the bed. I yelled for Chris. He didn't know what was going on. He realized I was slipping. He said he saw me. My head just kind of went under the covers. And then my leg is my right leg is way up in the air being pulled by something that we couldn't see. Jeez. And my left leg is dangling in the air, and I'm halfway off the bed. Now then
and that was when I grabbed her like this. And I was laying next to her. Yeah, and I pulled, and then I'm and then she went up off the bed about a foot and a half. And I looked, I could see under the sheet, and there was nothing. She was not touching the bed.
Somebody was holding her leg up.
Someone was holding her leg, pulling, and I was pulling.
Wow.
So, and it lasted for a good, about 30 seconds?
Yeah. I tug a word with it until it finally let go, and then we fell back against the headboard.
And then he finally said, "Get the freak out of here."
Yeah.
and you're not welcome here. Get out of here. And finally, it went away.
It went away.
I screamed. I yelled.
Almost like yelling at the hag or
You're not
something.
welcome here. Get out!
Wow.
The neighbors heard you.
He was feeling it. He was believing it. I mean, it was
wasn't for
real.
the sound
It was
of the walls
happening.
in that apartment, yeah, they would have heard us.
Wow.
This is a good apartment.
So that happened. So I mean, we had so many experiences in that apartment.
Right. And that kind of
No way
mirrors.
for you that there's nothing there.
That
Okay,
kind,
but
that kind of mirrors with your writings, right?
When we finally went and talked to management about some of the crazy
yeah.
things that had been happening in that apartment. And apparently, a guy that was a suspected serial rapist had kidnapped someone or went and kidnapped her to his apartment or hers.
I guess, I don't know.
But anyway, had his way for a few days and then killed her. And he killed himself
It was murder
in the apartment.
Wow. And then he's trying to pull somebody off the bed.
But then management.
Oh, wow. He hasn't changed.
Over. So the new management,
Didn't
the
know.
people, they knew that something had happened, but they didn't know which apartment building.
I know which apartment.
Right.
So, but I'm pretty much sure that at least it was in our building.
Somewhere close.
Right.
Now, on top of that, for the prior week before the growl, we had heard a lot of activity in our closet, and it would sit there and it would go like.
You could hear the curtain, the clothes
Yeah.
sliding back and forth.
And then we had these huge boxes, not little boxes, like big boxes that were thrown off.
Yeah, they were just
off
pushed.
the shelves.
Willy-nilly,
Something,
yeah.
something like
Poltergeist
a
activity.
mouse, something like not a mouse could move over.
Mhm.
No, right, didn't have a mouse problem in there, but there were huge boxes that we'd hear falling on the floor and stuff, and then it would go. We'd hear the footsteps go across the floor.
Right.
There was a little girl.
Yeah.
And we kept hearing this. Oh God, that was the worst. I was taking a shower. I was the only person in the apartment,
I
right?
forgot about that.
Now, I lock the door and I take a shower. It's like you're most vulnerable, you know. So I lock the door, and I'm taking
Naked
my
and
shower,
afraid.
and
Charlie's
I hear-
not.
Not really.
So I'm taking a shower and I hear this giggle, this laughter, in the bathroom with me,
Oh, man.
and I'm thinking her daughter had skipped school
Yeah.
and had somehow got back into the apartment
Right.
and was in the bathroom. Why is she in the bathroom with me?
Right.
And so I pulled the curtain open and looked out, and there was no one in the
Nobody.
bathroom. Oh, and I heard giggle, and then Chris.
Wow.
And I looked out, and there was no one there, and there's steam on the bathroom, and all of a sudden the steam just went thunk and fell to the floor.
Oh, wow.
It was about that thick.
It got cold.
Little thing of
Oh,
steam.
yeah, the coldness and
all that fog fell to the floor, and it got ice cold in that
Did
bathroom.
the door open up?
man.
or something?
No, the door was still locked. I turned that water off, grabbed my towel, and was out.
Yeah, gone.
I'm done.
Done.
And so now,
You want the shower?
so now you're paranormal investigating and an author, right?
Yes.
You also write about your experiences and
Yes, I
stuff
do.
like that. Would you like to go ahead and tell everybody, you know, what you do and some of your books and how they can maybe possibly get some for
I
themselves?
appreciate that. Yeah, I
Come up,
write.
sit beside her, I call you Skylar.
I actually write paranormal murder mysteries and supernatural thrillers. My first book was kind of like initially based on a lot of my personal experiences and things like that. There was a lot that was put into this fictional story
Mm-hmm.
from my personal experiences. So I know, you know, what it feels like to have the back of your head, back of your neck, like, the hair stand on,
Mm-hmm.
goosebumps.
Something
and
growling
it's
right in
cold
her
and-
neck.
Yeah, something growling right there. I know what those things feel like. That instance with the bed thing,
Mhm.
I put that into a scene in my third book. So,
Right.
Because, to me, I experienced all this stuff, so I might as well take advantage of it
Right.
and tell somebody, because this is pretty good stuff in the books.
Right.
But basically in my story, it's the first series are 3 books. They have a serial killer has been attacking people in the town,
Mhm.
this little town in Wattsville, Maine. It's a fictional town, and the ghosts of the spirits of the victims are haunting the investigators in order to help solve their own murders.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
So it's a little different twist. The ghosts are scary because they're ghosts, not necessarily because they're all bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're just trying
Yeah, not
to,
all ghosts are bad.
Yeah.
And it's
exactly.
a series.
Just like not all humans are bad.
And she's got 2 of them published already.
No, I
We
got
could-
3 already.
3 already published.
Congratulations.
And then she's working on.
And your pen
Four.
name is?
My pen, well, my name, pen name is same as my name.
Same as your name.
Kimberly Pratt.
Kimberly
And
Pratt.
if you Google my name, it's BROUILLETTE.
Okay.
But if you Google my name, you can find, I'm on the first page.
You can find her books.
Awesome.
Yeah, but
They can get them on Amazon.
We're going to leave some links here for you guys. And we're going to be doing some more investigations with her. She's got more stuff around here. Her and Erica seem to be fast friends.
So, but yeah, and it is in paperback as well as on Kindle, and it's free on Kindle Unlimited.
And you do have an episode on YouTube that you and your husband Chris have made. Yeah. We're going to share that in the descriptions as well for you guys.
Yeah.
We haven't done one of those in a long time.
It was a few years
It looked like they tried to do it maturely and professionally, though. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and try to do a little investigating around here. I just wanted you guys to get their story a little bit. And if we find anything, we'll share it with you guys. So thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Where's Chris at?
Oh,
thank you, Chris.
Down here somewhere.
The Haunted Man. And we will be seeing more of you guys. This is going to be a highlight for just you and Chris tonight.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow.
So, look at there. Finally got it going picture. All right.
What is your name, if you don't mind? I'm Kimberly. This is Chris, Erica, and Charlie, and Jennifer, and Nikki. I'm sure y'all know them, but what's your name? Andy?
Got me.
Let us know what you guys hear.
Can you say that again, please?
So what are you doing here? Is there anything you'd like to tell us?
You see this green light right here? You just made it go up a minute ago when we weren't talking. Can you do that again? If you come closer to it, it'll start turning the different colors on. Are you still here with us?
How old are you? I don't know nothing. Are you still with us?
Yeah, you're not always going to pick something up every investigation, you know.
We were getting stuff, but we just...
That's how you know that Ghost Adventures is fake. Love you, Zach, but you're fake.
Who was...
Oh, that was a woman's voice.
Yeah, but we'll have to hear it on the rewind.
Yeah.
Is there another spirit here? What's your name?
So maybe not so much, guys. We just really wanted to get here and just check it out, introduce you guys to Kim and Chris, and maybe catch something, you know? And we're going to be definitely working together, so.
Yep, we will keep trying. We
Definitely.
got a lot of stuff last night, though.
We got all life. Yes, we did, guys. We're going to go through that and let you guys hear that as well. The phone was overheating, so I couldn't get much of a flash, you know, a light going. But we did get a lot of activity in the vault.
Yeah.
They asked us to go to the vault, and we did get a lot of activity. So.
Yes, they go to the vault. We went to the vault, and that K2 meter was lighting up.
Blowing up, going gangbusters. So. Anyway, we're going to try it here. If we capture anything, we'll let you see it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. And we're going to be putting this on YouTube tonight.